Would losing your bones make you incredibly sick? Would you lose all your teeth? And how long would you last as a boneless blob? This is
You might be surprised.
Just went to say goodbye to Chatty. He was an AI I developed.
And here's what would happen if you had no bones. Okay, so why are your bones so important? Well, your skeletal system is made up of tendons, ligaments, and cartilage, and it's not just a sturdy structure that keeps you standing straight. Your bones produce blood cells, fats, and minerals that support your entire body. But now, we're gonna take all these essential bones out of you.
No!
You don't have to become a shapeless blob to know that life can sometimes feel unstable. Let's be real, mental health challenges can seriously distress you and prevent you from achieving your goals. It could be anxiety or depression, or maybe you're just a human going through a hard time. But just as your skeletal system provides you with structure and support, well, therapy can equip you with the tools to navigate these challenges. That's why I'm thrilled to tell you about the sponsor of this episode, BetterHelp. Their mission is to make the often daunting world of therapy more accessible and affordable. Finding the right therapist can feel tricky, especially when you're restricted to the options in your local area. Well, BetterHelp is here to change that. It breaks down geographical barriers and matches you with a professional therapist based on your specific needs.
Wait, I have unlimited energy? This is crazy.
Signing up is easy. Just click on the link in the description below. Or
oh my god, that's so cool. You have unlimited energy.
10% off your first month of BetterHelp. Another thing I really like about BetterHelp is that you don't have to be stuck with the therapist that you don't fit with. You can easily swap your therapist for free and get the best help possible. See, getting help doesn't have to be stressful. It's just a few clicks away. Most people spend hours in the gym or on the treadmill every week, so why not give your mind the same kind of attention? If you're struggling, consider online therapy with BetterHelp. Click on the link in the description or go to
BetterHelp seems like the most sus thing in the freaking world.
Thanks again, BetterHelp, for supporting.
And I feel like it's like Uber, where it's one of those things where it's just gonna
what exactly would your
be able to just slide past laws and regulations.
For starters, you wouldn't be able to
just
move.
the future. That's just how it has to be.
What if videos in bed all day, guilt-free? Not having bones means you'd need to be hooked up to a ventilator 24/7.
Not having bones means you'd have to be talking to a therapist 24/7.
Because your airways are always open. But at least you could try to enjoy a nice meal without any bones, right?
That's a good prediction, Delilah. I'm with you.
You wouldn't have any teeth.
I'm not stealing your prediction, but it sounds accurate.
In your jawbone.
It just can't be.
Nothing would be holding your teeth.
But it's like, here's the thing though. Here's what's so dark about it, is it's like Uber, right? It wasn't better than taxis. In fact, it broke the law, because the reason it was able to operate at a lower cost than a taxi was because people decided, oh, taxis are really dangerous. We should regulate these, right? But Uber was like, oh, it's technically not a taxi. It's ride sharing. And then by the time, like, it has, like, you know, prominence, that it's too rich to fail, because, like, they don't want to regulate it out of, you know, because they'll just pay off, like, whatever, politicians or whatever, and make it stay that way. So it's like Uber has done there's been all kinds of Uber scandals, and, you know, nobody really likes Uber, and they're considered like scumbag company, but guess what? I guess it's here to stay, because they can pay off politicians and, you know, make sure that they are the future of this industry. And I feel like BetterHelp is poised to do the same thing. Like, I'm not saying I guarantee that they will, because it does seem like there's so many liabilities, but there's so many liabilities with Uber too. Where it's like, how is that allowed? Where just like anybody could just have you get in their car, and there have been like so many murders and rapes, but I don't know. They just kind of have that money where they can stay around. I feel like I could totally see that happening with BetterHelp, which sucks. It's like the most bleak possible outcome. And I'm not saying like it's always bad. I don't really know anything about BetterHelp. It just seems like there's a reason why we have all of these regulations and gatekeeping, right? And it's just like what we always get is like the cheapest, worst thing, right? The worst service. Because as soon as we get a really bad new service that's cheaper, than a better service. Everyone buys, you know, we have no choice but to buy the cheaper service. And then that's what we're stuck with forever. It's so depressing, dude. We can't afford real taxis, so we get Ubers, and then all the taxis are gone, and now there's only, you know, and it's like with Walmart, right? There were all these cool little toy stores, but Walmart was cheaper, and so that was what made the most money. And so all the toy stores are out of business now, and so the only choice is to go to Walmart. And I feel like that just happens with everything, and it's like so depressing. And I could totally see that happening with BetterHelp, where it's like all the therapists all go to business, and everything has to be mediated through some dystopian app, right? Ugh, it's dark. We're all going to be living in Armored Core 6 before too long.
Need to be fed through a feeding tube. Yeah, so there are.
You're going to have a giant mech busting down your door and blowing your head off. And impaling you on a pile bunker because you didn't pay your BetterHelp monthly debit card charge, brought you into overdraft. And then a huge tread legs mech is gonna roll over your door and pile bunker you right through the skull. And then you'll find out what it's like to not have any bones. Oh, you went into overdraft. Your monthly BetterHelp charge didn't go through. That's the future, dude. It's way better than when you used to actually talk to a human being in person. So much better.
When it comes to a life without bones, sure, you could avoid bone-related diseases, and you wouldn't have to worry about breaking any of your bones again, but that's about it.
One thing's for sure, if you had no bones, you would be chuckling and chortling at all the remaining bone cucks who are still a slave to their bones and were susceptible to bone cancer, other bone diseases, things like that. You'd be calling them bone cucks a lot. You'd be posting on anti-bone message boards. You'd get more and more radicalized against people with bones. That's what would happen. Boneless BTFO.
You wouldn't last very long.